This evening, Swami has blessed a student speaker to address all of us. Avi Gopinath joined the first year pre-university just this academic year. He hails from Toronto. His father is an alumni from the Prashanthi Nilayam campus. And earlier this year, when Swami was in the United Kingdom, he blessed Avi and his brother Rishi to join this most wonderful institution. Brothers and sisters, Avi Gopinath will address all of us this evening. Sai Ram.
Offering my humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of my most beloved Bhagwan. I was born and raised in Canada, but one word from Swami, and he raised me up here. And I think I have to tell you the story how. Well, Swami was visiting my uncle's house in Leicester, within the United Kingdom, for lunch. And Swami had sent word to my father to bring my brother and I. Well, when the Lord himself calls, are we really going to stay back? So we hopped on the first plane we could, and soon we landed up inside their house. The days before Swami's arrival were jam-packed with preparations. We had to clean this, build this, sort this, all of that. But when you know that the Lord himself is going to be in your home, well, we never felt tired doing anything. It was very easy to get up in the morning and equally as hard to go back at night. So finally, the day came when Swami himself was going to visit our home and eat the food prepared by us. So after the meal, Swami called my father, brother, and I separately. And once we were all seated, he asked about our well-being, our plans, all of that. And from the being who knows everything, who sees everything, for him just to ask that, he wasn't doing that for himself. He knew everything we were going to say before we say. He knows all of our thoughts. He was saying it so that we had the opportunity to talk to him. It was for us he was doing all that. And of course, when Swami asked about our well-being, well, of course we said we were fine. There is no problem, I think, that you can say sitting in front of Swami. You can complain, sure, but all of your pains disappear just by sitting in front of Swami. So we talked, and then Swami asked my brother and I the most important question of our life. Are you ready? And well, when the Lord himself, he who could do anything he wants, and he can do it infinitely better than any of us can, when he asks for you to do something for him, we jumped at the opportunity. We said, yes, Swami, we're ready. And then Swami said something that I never would have expected in my entire life. He said, come study in Mudanarli. Now, never ever was it my intention to stay in India for more than, I'd say, a vacation's time. My thinking was that, oh, I'm a Sai devotee. Oh, that's good and all. You know what I'll do? I'm just going to pick seva here and there to do. Leave the rough job to someone else, all that. I'll just do the nice, clean jobs. But that wasn't to be, I guess, because Swami called us over. And in His infinite compassion, as a mother to all of us, He knows how parents would feel. He knows the love of a father, of a mother. And even though He told us to come, He could have commanded us, but He said, the decision lays with your mother, whether to come or not. Imagine that. The being who takes the form of stars, of mountains, of the tiniest creatures, down to the biggest of them all. And He said, the decision lays with my mother. My parents' plan was always to keep us close. And they made a very brave decision to send us here. One that I will always love them for. And as for my plans that Swami asked about, well, they were all about me. What I was going to do after my 12th was that I was going to go to some university where they would give you the knowledge of both a bachelor's of science and medical school at the same time. Never once did I think, my parents, they'll feel bad, first time I'll be separated from them. No. I just thought, you know what, I'll be going to this cool new place. And then afterwards, I'll make lots of money. And then with that, I'll be able to drive a nice, shiny car. That was exactly my line of thinking. In fact, within our summer vacation, July, August, I wanted to get a summer job. For work experience, sure, I guess, maybe. But more so I could have a little bit of spending money. The thought never once crossed my mind, oh, I should give this money to a charity. I should buy something for someone other than myself. Maybe as a birthday gift, maybe as a general pick-me-up. Never once did the thought cross my mind to spend my supposedly hard-earned money on somebody else. And I wanted to be financially independent and completely forget that I was still eating my parents' food, I was still living in their home, they were still paying all of my bills. I completely forgot all of that. And my friends, I was going to spend so much time with my friends. If my plans had worked out, I was going to spend more time with them than with my family. We would go out and watch movies, we would drink coffee, we would go and explore new places. But again, never did I once think that I should spend time with my parents in those few months when we're all free and together. In fact, I probably would have completely forgotten them if Swami had not called me here. I knew that I had to take one footstep away from Canada, and that was hard to think about. Many family friends, many of my friends even were saying, wow, you're so mature, you're handling this so well. And I wanted to scream, I wanted to tell them, no, I wasn't. I'm ready to cry any second, just give me a chance to complain. You'll hear it all coming out. In fact, I know I would have cried. I know I would have screamed, I know I would have broken something. But somehow, I found the strength to continue, and that didn't come from me. No, that came from Swami. That one set of footsteps I had to take to walk away from my life was Swami. Swami was carrying me. Never in a million years did I ever think I would have the strength to leave everybody and everything that I knew and come over to a place where everything is foreign to me. So I landed up here. And no matter how easy Swami made it for me to leave home back at home, I think Swami made sure this was no cakewalk for me. Almost, for the first 2 months at least, every other week almost, I was in bed due to some illness or another. In fact, some cuts that I got within the first 2 weeks itself took 3 months to heal. And my glands right now in my throat, which I have to search for to find now, they had swollen up to the point where you can see them through my neck. It hurt to do anything. It hurt to walk. It hurt to move my neck. It hurt to talk. It hurt to do anything I would normally do. And you can't share pain with anyone, can you? I always thought that you have to keep pain all to yourself. But over here, without my parents, without my friends, without any of the comforts I was used to, when the pain got too much, I would chant Gayatri. Yeah, a mantra that I barely knew. I didn't know the meaning of it, I still don't. But I would chant it. And somehow, some things would get better. Maybe I would get a little bit more of this food, or I would be able to sleep in a bit longer. Something would go right. And I know that was Swami. Swami tested me, and for a while, I complained. Until I realized that Swami only tests those who he wants to make better, who he wants to make stronger. Diamonds, you don't just find them at the surface of the earth, lying around, like most rocks. Diamonds are formed when plant matter is put under immense heat, immense pressure, thousands of degrees. And now, we all appreciate a diamond. We see they're beautiful. I'm no diamond, but anything that Swami put me through was for my own good. And I will never, ever forget that. And as time went on, every morning we sing either Vedas or bhajans. I didn't know what the Vedas meant. I didn't even know how to say half of them. I would say the little rhyming part at the end of every sentence to make me feel like I was doing something. But suddenly, without explanation, some mornings, I would come down, everything would be normal, and whenever people were singing these Vedas, singing these bhajans, tears would come in my eyes. And then I would have to stop. Because if I kept singing, or if I kept listening, I knew that I would cry. And this happens sometimes to all of us, though we don't always know the reason why it happens. I could feel the goodness in each word that was said. The kids who were saying it around me, they were saying it with so much purity, so much devotion in their heart. I wasn't used to this. I wasn't used to so much goodness coming outside, or from outside, from the world. Sometimes, when something is so beautiful, you can't do anything. You can't stand up and walk away. You can't sit down either. All you can do is cry sometimes. And for my first birthday away from my parents, my 16th, which is kind of a big deal where I come from, I was sitting in the birthday boy section right over there, September 1st, when Swami inaugurated the Divine Mother and Child Health Program. And every time Swami mentioned the word mother, tears would come in my eyes. Because every time Swami mentioned the word mother, I would be reminded of how I didn't have mine with me. I think that was the first time in this hall that I cried. I couldn't stand it anymore. There's only so many times you can hear Swami speak about so much love for mother and their children before it just spills out. I couldn't contain myself. And here I learned that I didn't need to. Here I learned that I didn't need to be selfish either. You need to be selfish outside in order to get somewhere. If you want to go and grab something to eat, you have to step in front of the person in front of you. You can't walk behind them. It doesn't work like that. I learned that I could be a better person here. I can change for the better. In Canada, I thought that I had reached my peak. This is who I am. I appreciated everything that I thought I was, while forgetting everything that I really was. Swami helped me every single second I am here, even when I don't ask for it. He carries me when I'm going to fall. Sometimes he does let me fall, but that's only so I learn how to pick myself back up. If a mother keeps holding her child, will the child ever learn to walk? And then to run? And then to run back to their mother? No. I've changed for the better. And I know I'm not even 1/10 of the people that I go and sit beside in class. I'm not even 100th of some of the devotees here, of all of the devotees. Say that. I know that I can change, but for the first time, I'm in a place that will let me change. While this isn't home, it's Swami. And wherever there's Swami, there's love. And you know what? I may not be able to stay at home 10 months of the year, but I can at least enjoy some love outside of home. And before I conclude my speech, I just want to say that outside, I never really appreciated you, Swami. Never. In my mind, there was always something better to do. I would go listen to music. I would think about what I was going to buy once I was financially independent from my summer job. All of that. Swami, you're the one who carries me. I don't do anything. We both know that. It's true. You know, the flute by itself is just hollow. It's a hollow piece of wood or metal with some holes in it. It's nothing by itself. Is it good for building anything? No. Is it good to throw? No, not even. But what it does do, once a musician touches it, it creates beautiful music. Krishna's music made people cry, just like I did here. Swami, make me hollow. I'm saying this in front of everyone. I don't care about my previous life. I came here. I took one footstep towards Swami. Swami has let me fly. And Swami, thank you so much. The first weeks I was here, I never appreciated it. I complained all the time. You could have given me something beautiful to see here, I would have complained about it. Guaranteed. Swami, make me your instrument. I've learned that the only true happiness doesn't come from eating good food or from spending time with friends. Food gets digested. Friends will always have something better to do, won't they? The only true happiness comes from serving people and from being close to Swami. Swami, please help me serve you. Please let me come close to you. I will do anything. If Swami tells me to run, I won't ask how far. I will do anything. If Swami tells me to jump into the ocean and keep swimming, I will. I'll do anything. Swami, no matter how difficult it is, I'll do anything, honestly. I'm saying this honestly, Swami. Please, make me your instrument, Swami. I want to serve you until my very last breath. Jai Sai Ram. Thank you.
Rishi Gopinath may please come here to the stage, brother of Avi.
Om Shri Sai Ram. How do I start this? It's such a blessing to be able to be in front of such a great audience. Revered elders and all brothers and sisters all over the world. Sai Ram. Not only was I very emotionally touched when I heard my brother give a wonderful speech about how beautiful Swami has made life and how the only reason worth living is Swami. Life in Canada was very, very different than what it is here. Everything was based around material comforts. What you're going to buy at the store next, how much money you're going to make in your next job, how much you're going to outperform your classmate. It was all based on competition. Rarely was there any love or any spirituality. Everything that happened was based off of greed or arrogance. But then, Swami called us. As my brother has said, we went to the United Kingdom. And when Swami came to us and asked, "Are you ready?" I could feel blood surging through my body. I didn't know what it was, but there was a feeling indicating something amazing, something important, life-changing was about to occur. Avi and I, my brother, we automatically answered yes. What was there to do? The very Lord, the person who owns, who creates, the seer, the seen, and that which is seen. He's the one that's calling us for him. Of course, we said yes. We automatically said yes. And when we give our ultimate surrender to our Lord, then is when great miracles occur. When total and whole surrender happens, that is when we truly become one with the Lord. And when my brother and I surrendered, we didn't know what was going to happen. But we knew that if we listened to our Swami, then something amazing was bound to happen. Something beyond our wildest dreams. So Swami called us here, and we weren't prepared at all. It wasn't our decision, but it was one that was good for us, one that made us better people. In the barely 3 months that I've been here, I've become a wholly changed person. I can say I'm still not nearly as good as 100% of the people I see here. There is still a lot more on the path, the journey to God that I have to go through. But I can say that I have changed so much, and that is only because of Swami. I began to learn the value of silence, of knowledge, of spirituality. Before, I would simply go about doing anything and everything that I wanted to without a care for anyone else. I was very arrogant, very careless. I can still say that I have ego in me, but I'm working to change it, and that's a start. And none of this would have happened without Swami. I can barely even still believe that I'm speaking in this amazing hallowed hall, which the Lord has graced with His presence so many times. And as I see so many faces full of love, prem, shanti, peace, calmness, and equanimity, I don't know what I'm doing here. I honestly do not. I will leave everything to Swami. Because when I see such great people, all I can do is try to follow their lead and see what happens. when I'm surrounded by people that which I am seeing right now, there is nothing more that I can do but try to imitate them, because I know what they're doing is better than me. And I know that the ultimate force powering all these amazing people, all these good examples, all these actions that I see every day, every hour, every minute, every second, I know that it is only Swami showing me how to live through these people. Thank you so much for hearing me out. Om Shri Sai Ram.